Hello, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thanks for coming back by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama, where we talk about music, records, do record reviews, interviews, and much more. If you're interested in jazz, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of jazz reviews on this channel, including a lot of new releases like the one we're going to do today that's just become available on vinyl. Also, I'm a distributor for Bird Box Records, so you'll find a link below to a store where you'll be able to buy imported albums, jazz albums from Italy, on the audiophile Bird Box label, so go check that out. Today, we are going to be reviewing and doing a needle drop on the latest Rasmus Sorensen album At the Right Time on the April Records label. This originally came out November of 2024 and is just now showing up on vinyl. So just picked this up on Amazon here recently. And if you guys remember, if you've been following the channel, this was a fantastic album that I reviewed last year, which was also a 2024 release by Rasmus Sorensen called Balancing Act. And this is a great trio album. I really enjoyed this record, so I was looking forward to seeing what he was going to do on his next release. On this one, he had Alexander Claffey on bass and Kendrick Scott on drums. He has put together a different lineup on this one, and you've got Jon Henriksson on bass and Francesco Ciniglio on drums. So I'll be opening this up and playing this. Rasmus Sorensen was born and raised in a musical family in northern Denmark, and he started working as a pianist at a young age. He attended the jazz program at the Skrupps Folkholska, I always mispronounce these, Folkhögskola in Sweden in 2018, and moved to Copenhagen the year after and became a professional musician. He went to New York, went to the Manhattan School of Music, Jazz Arts program. He was offered a full scholarship there based on his audition. Very talented young man. He was mentored by some of the great musicians there, including Buster Williams, Lenny White, Ingrid Jensen, and others. Eventually, he established himself in New York, became a very busy musician in New York City, and started playing at all these big jazz clubs such as the Jazz Gallery, Smalls Jazz Club, Dizzy's Club, and others. He did end up relocating back to Copenhagen in 2023. Before making the move, recorded this last album that I just showed you, which again is wonderful. So most recently, though, this is his third album that we're going to be listening to here in just a moment. And it features the same band that was on his first release, which came out the year before, either the year before or earlier in the year of 2024 or the end of 2023, I think, before this one. So he has three releases, this being the third. So let's go ahead and open this up, have a look at the record, and then we'll go ahead and drop it on the turntable and we'll listen to this. Now, I have listened to about half this record on streaming before I purchased it because I was interested just to see what it sounded like. It's quite a bit different than the last album with Claffey and Scott. And these are kind of surprisingly short tunes on here. A lot of them are just about 3 minutes long. I think the longest tune on the album was like 6.5 minutes. Most of them are around 3 minutes. So kind of different. It does make for a different type of listening experience, for sure, because there's not a lot of long, jams and things. But surprisingly enough, there is enough engaging playing on here that still makes it interesting. So, trying to get this thing open here. So a little bit different of an album than the last one. So let's go ahead and take this out. Okay, so we got the Sound on April Records advertisement here that comes on the inside with all the different releases. I do like this label. There's a lot of cool things coming out. Not all of it's to my to my liking. I do listen to quite a few of the releases when they come out, and some of them are just, you know, don't catch my attention so much. There's your record. There, anti-static sleeve. And let's go ahead and get this on the turntable and so you guys can hear the record. Even though they're shorter tunes, as I was saying, they do kind of flow together nicely. So even though, you know, the first tune's 3 minutes and 23 seconds, the next one's 3 minutes and 8 seconds, next one's 2 minutes and 39 seconds, the next one's 2 minutes. They're short, kind of almost vignettes, if you will, but they're well composed. And there's your record. I'll give you guys a little closer look as we listen to the record. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me as always, and I appreciate you guys giving giving these new releases a chance. A lot of people won't, you know, they're stuck on Blue Note stuff, and again, I love all that stuff. I review those, but they won't. A lot of people just will not give a lot of time to, you know, look at new releases. And that's kind of a pity because there's a lot of really talented musicians out there that have something to say, something unique to say. And, you know, I do like a lot of this modern jazz. It's not the same as, you know, the hard bop stuff and things like that. But, you know, music's an art form, and I think we kind of forget about that sometimes. All right, so cleaning this off with some distilled water, as I always do with new records. Make sure that, you know, get any kind of anything left over from the factory on the record, wipe it off. And let's see what kind of pressing this is, how it sounds. So there's your side A label, and there's your side B label. All right, let's drop her on the Fluence RT85 into Ortophon Blue, and let's see how she sounds. I'm going to play a few of these tunes since they're so short. And I always love to give you guys a sampling of the record. This one's called The Sun. This was recorded at Village Recording in Copenhagen, Denmark, May of 2024. Kind of a different mix than what I typically hear. Piano sounds really nice and warm. You hear it through both speakers, but it favors the left side. Drums are across both speakers. And the bass is pretty much straight down the center. phrasing. I like his playing. Nice, beautiful playing, very concise, which again is a little bit different than a lot of the modern jazz records that I review and typically listen to. But I really like the sound of this record, and I like the playing on it. It does kind of remind me of a bit of Brad Mehldau type of thing going on, maybe. Called Embrace the Circumstance, just over 3 minutes long. So the drums sound nice. It's a nice sounding recording. You have some depth there. I like the soundstage. I do like the way they have it mixed. It sounds just a little bit different than some of the others, but it's a nice sounding record, nice balanced, nice tonal balance. You do hear those nice highs. The bass you can hear well. Of course, just 3 instruments here, so piano sounds very nice though, nice and warm. He's just 26 years old, I believe. Just moved back. Went back to Copenhagen, I believe. All his own tunes, so his own compositions. Nice. So there's 2 songs there. I'll go ahead and let another one play called Retreat, just over 2.5 minutes long. Again, these are short. They flow together very nicely though. I think it's, I listened to about half this in the car and I really enjoyed it. Piano sounds really nice and warm. And with those drums going across both speakers and your bass there, it has a nice sound to it. It does have nice depth. It's pretty good recording. I like to change the tempos. I like, you know, record's flat. It's been fairly quiet. I haven't had any noise issues or anything. So all the April records releases that I've reviewed have all been pretty good pressing. So that hasn't been an issue. Again, there's your tunes and there are your players. So I'm gonna go ahead and let two more tunes play because I want to let the longer one play as well. There's one that's about 6.5 minutes long that will follow this track here that's playing, and I want to let that go ahead and play. This one's called Stilts. It's just over 2 minutes long. Then it goes into this one called Perennial Youth, which is 6.5 minutes long, the longest tune on the album. So I'm going to let these two tracks play, then I'll flip the record over. Very interesting album, something quite different. Nice. And it's interesting how much you can say in just 2 or 3 minutes. This next tune is the longest one on the album, called Perennial Youth. I really dig this tune. There's a lot of different things going on here, so again, you want to hear those sticks on the drums there. Really nice sounding record. So I definitely wanted to play this one for you guys because this is pretty neat. The changes and different things that go on in this one. Back to just kind of a Latin thing going on there. Again, this was recorded at Village Recording in Copenhagen, Denmark, 2024. Album originally, I believe, was released in November 2024, but we're just starting to see the vinyls now make their way. This one I picked up on Amazon. So, engineered and mixed by August Wangren and mastered by Jon Henriksson. 12 tracks. And there's your like the dynamics there, comes down, starts to build back up. Like the sound of the drums, really nice resonance off of them. All right, so there's most of the first side there, this being the longest track on the record. So again, something a little bit different. Again, I kind of, to me, it falls into the kind of sounds a bit like that Brad Mehldau type of modern jazz. I'm going to flip it over. We'll play a couple more tunes off the other side. And so this next song here is going to be just over 3 minutes. It's called Blasting. And then maybe we'll close out with Enchantment, which is about 4.5 minutes. is off to a good start. A little bit different than the last record for sure. That's really cool. The way that they're just changing up the rhythms and the accents on the different beats and things. Nice sounding record. Really cool. I think this is going to be one of those records I'm going to have to listen to through a few times to really catch on to everything that's going on, because even though these are short tunes, there's a lot going on in them. We're going to close out on this tune that's called Enchantment. 4.5 minute tune. We'll close out on this. Keep the video around 30 minutes. I appreciate you guys hanging out and giving this new music a chance. Again, Rasmus Sorensen's third record on the April Records label called At the Right Time. Trio record. Definitely, you know, the record's definitely centered around Rasmussen's piano playing and the compositions that he's written. So you don't have a lot of extended jams and things like that. These are very concise tunes. So something a little bit different, but some really cool things going on. I really like his playing style. Nicely recorded record. It does sound really nice. Nice. Hear just a little bit of surface noise there. Those drums just kind of surround you. You know, they're in both speakers. The piano's in both speakers as well. And then the bass is pretty much down the middle. But surprisingly, a nice wide sound stage for what it is for 3 instruments. It's really a full sound. It's a pretty kickback record, you know, it's mid-tempo for the most part, but a lot of cool changes and different things going on. Again, this is going to take several listens to really take this in. All right, that one was called Enchantment. So the next one's called 49, but I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. I appreciate you guys hanging out again, giving these artists, working artists, a chance, listening to some new music. Go on and stream it, give it a listen. I think it's a pretty cool album. Again, something a little bit different. Shorter tunes, more concise, but yet there's a lot packed into those 2 or 3.5 minute tunes, compositions. Nice sounding record, very warm, wide sound stage. You got pretty good depth, presence off the drums. It's a nice recording. Again, this one here is called 49. It's just over 3 minutes. So, cool record. Up and coming jazz pianist. Cool stuff. All right, folks, happy listening. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.